Hello everyone, how are you? Hope you are doing very well. So welcome to our math class. Today we will continue to classify triangles by angles. So we will cover two page 405 and 406. If you are ready, please open page 405. Okay, let's start a quick revision first. First of all, if I want to classify triangles by angles, I need to check the triangles, right? Remember, there were three kinds of triangles. First one is acute triangles, obtuse triangle, and right triangle. If I want to give a name for a triangle, what should I do? I can write the vertex, right? So I can write, for example, AME or EMA, EAM. So I can give so many different names, but all of them will represent the same triangle. Let's write one of them. First of all, I said AME. Okay, let's check my answer. So this is right, and with AEMA, I can write 6 different names for the same triangle. Right now, let's check the angles. First of all, angle E. So it is acute, obtuse, or right. Which one is? Angle E. I know it's less than right angle, right? So it's represent acute angle. Good. What about angle A? So it's also less than right angle. It's also represent acute angle. Good job. What about angle M? So it's kind of different, right? So I can see a square here. If I see this square here, it represents which angle? Right angle. Good job. Let's check our answer together. Good job. All of them is right. Right now, let's check your book. Please open page 405. Let's check share and show parts. Let's read the first question together. It says, name the triangle. Tell whether each angle is acute, right, or obtuse. So, if I want to give a name for this triangle, I can use 6 different names, right, for the same triangle. So, first of all, I wrote triangle FGH. So, if you want, I can write HFG, doesn't matter. So, you can switch their places. So, let's check the angles. First of all, angle F. I know angle F is less than right angle. So it is an acute angle. Good job. What about angle G? I know G is a right angle because it includes a square here. So if I see a square here, it is a right angle. What about H? H is less than a right angle, so it is an acute angle. So question second, it's a classified each triangle right, acute, right, or obtuse. First of all, I need to check second question. I know these two angles, they are acute angle because they are less than a right angle. But the top of it, the top angle is greater than an acute angle. So what I know, if there is one obtuse angle, so this is a obtuse triangle. Good. What about third question? So I know these two angles are acute angles, but the top bottom of it, this one, it is greater than a right angle. So it is an obtuse angle. If there is one obtuse angle, I need to say this is an obtuse triangle. Good. What about fourth question? Let's check 3 angles. I can see these 3 angles are, all of them are less than acute angles. If all of them less than right angle, if they are less than right angle, so I can say they are acute angles. So this triangle is an acute triangle. Good job. Okay, let's check on your own part. It's asking for classify each triangle, write acute, right, or obtuse. If you want, you can finish this page by yourself and you can check your answer with this video. Okay, fifth question includes one right angle here. If I see square here, it means this is a right angle. If there is a right angle, I can say this is a right triangle. Good job. Okay, next question. I need to check 3 angles, and when I check them, I can see 3 of them are less than a right angle. So I can say all of these angles are acute angles. If 3 angles are acute angles, I can say this triangle is an example of an acute triangle. Okay, next question. It say there is only one right angle here. If you see a square here, it represents a right angle. So I know a right triangle includes one right angle and 2 acute angles. So if I see this right angle, I need to say this triangle is an example of a right triangle. Good job. What about the others? Okay, question 8. It say cross out the figure that does not belong, explain. So which one is? I can say all are obtuse triangles except for the second one, which is an acute triangle, right? Okay, good job. Okay, right now please open page 406. Please turn on the page. Let's read question 9 together. It says which triangles do not have an obtuse angle? Explain. So you can check the Venn diagrams here. Acute triangles, obtuse triangles, and right triangles. Which triangles do not have an obtuse angle? So I can say triangle DEF, triangle SPN, triangle ABC, and triangle GHP do not have an obtuse angle, because I know acute triangles includes 3 acute angles. Right triangles include 1 right angle and 2 acute angle. Just obtuse triangles include only 1 obtuse angle. So it means all acute triangles and all right triangles do not have an obtuse angle. Okay, good job. Let's read question 10 together. It's asking for how many triangles have at least 2 acute angles. Like we already said. So, an acute triangle has 2 acute angles, 3 acute angles. So, it's asking for at least 2. So, these 2 triangles include 3 acute angles. What about right triangles? Right triangles has 1 right angle and 2 acute angles. And obtuse triangle, I know obtuse triangle has 1 obtuse angle and 2 acute angles. In this situation, all of these triangles has at least 2 acute angles. So how many triangles here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 7 of them have at least 2 acute angles. Let's read question 11 together. It says use square M and PQ shown at the right, like you see here. Draw a line segment from point M to point P. Let's draw it. Okay. Name and classify the triangles formed by the line segment. So how many triangles can you see here? First one is here, right? M and P. The second one is P, Q, N. Let's check it. Okay, it's a name and classify. Let's give their names. We can say triangle M and P and triangle Q and P. If you want, you can switch their place. So they are right triangles. How can I know it? So if it is a square, it means all sides, actually all vertex is a square, right? So it is a right angle and Q is also a right angle. So the others, for example, for triangle M and P, angle M and angle P will be acute angles, but angle N will be a right angle because they each have a right angle because the square has 4 right angles. One of them is here, the other one is here, the other one is here, and the other one is here. But if I put a line here, I already cut the right angles from angle M and angle P. But I know angle N and angle Q is a right angle. So this triangle is an example for right triangles. Let's check question 12. It says write the letter of the triangle under its correct classification. So let's check triangle A. If I check 3 angles, I know these 3 angles are acute angles. So if there are 3 acute angles, it is an example of an acute triangle. Good. What about triangle B? If I check 3 angles, I can see again 3 of them are acute angles. So it means triangle B is an example of an acute triangle. What about triangle C? C. When I check it, I can see a square here. If I see the square here, I can say this is a right angle, this angle. So I can say triangle C is an example of a right triangle. C. What about D? When I check these 2 angles, I can say they are acute angles. But when I check this angle, so I can see this is greater than a right angle. So I can say this is an obtuse angle. It means if there is one obtuse angle, I need to say triangle D is an example of an obtuse triangle here. When I check triangle E, I see a square here. If I see a square here, I know it is an example of a right triangle. Good job. What about the last one? F. So when I check triangle F, I can say these 2 angles are an example of acute angle. But this angle is greater than a right angle. So it is a obtuse angle. In this situation, if there is one obtuse angle, I need to say triangle F is an example of an obtuse triangle. Good job. Okay, right now these questions will be your homework and tomorrow I'll explain these questions. Good job. Thank you so much. Take care of you.